F1 Focus Instant Reaction with Huw Griffin.
His reaction to the Japanese Grand Prix, and oh my goodness me, what a snooze fest. What a pain to have to get up at 6 a.m. on a Sunday to watch that nonsense. Look, congratulations to Max Verstappen in, again, not the quickest car, managing to hold off what is clearly the fastest car in the two McLarens, and Lando Norris seems to be happy to drive around in second place and just hold off Oscar Piastri rather than risk something and go for a victory. Look, this is how Lando Norris lost the Drivers' Championship last year, and it's how I expect that he will lose it again this year. But we'll talk about them more another day. Let's just talk about the fact that we've had 3 races in 2025 so far. And apart from the rain effect of Australia, there's been pretty much nothing to talk about in terms of on-track action. We have been sold, as Formula One fans, we have been sold a pup with these regulations, this change of rules that came in 2022. They've been a disaster. What were we promised? We were promised closer racing. We were promised different winners. We were promised exciting overtakes, exciting races, and end to the processions. And what have we got? Cars driving around, saving fuel, saving tyres, not able to compete once they get into the dirty air. That was the whole point of going to this ground effect concept, was that it would eliminate the dirty air problem, and it simply has not worked. We are seeing that even in China, when Lewis Hamilton managed to get on pole for the sprint race, in what looks to be a fairly flawed Ferrari car, depending on what we've seen so far this season. But because he was in clean air at the front, he was able to control the race, he was able to hurt the tyres of the cars behind him, and just simply sail to the victory. And that's what we've seen in every race so far. The person who starts on pole sails to the victory unchallenged. What makes the matters worse is in the last 2 races, we have seen one-stop races as the tyre degradation has been basically nil. In this race, the medium tyre and the hard tyre were basically the same tyre. When has that ever happened? What is it, the cold conditions? Like, are we going to see more excitement? Are we going to see more degradation when we get to some warmer races? These races have been unusually cold, very cloudy, affected by rain. That's just a bit of a weak excuse for me, to be honest. Formula 1 should be able to adapt to that. Formula 1 should be able to put on a show even if the temperature drops below 30 degrees Celsius. And we've just been let down. I cannot wait for these cars to be gone. They're too ugly. I know they're not that slow technically, but they just look slow on track. They're not nimble enough. They're too big for the tracks. We've been massively let down by the rule makers with this regulation set, and I can't wait for next year when the cars get smaller, even though everything that I see from people talking about next year's regulations is how they're so worried that they're going to be a pup as well. Just going to have to wait and see. Oh, the irony. Oh, the irony of the conversation about V10s. People are worried about the efficiency, the emissions of those engines, and yet all these drivers are driving around the circuit in their hybrid vehicles, saving fuel and not pushing to the maximum. We're going to need something to keep us entertained in Formula 1. At the moment, the only thing that's keeping us entertained is the drama around the second seat at Red Bull and how McLaren are looking to fumble the title once again this season. They're not going to win a driver's title with these drivers, is my prediction. Anyway, I don't even know when the next race is. Is it next weekend or the weekend after? But whenever it is, I'll see you then. Hopefully it's not early in the morning. I don't waste my time watching that nonsense.
F1 Focus Instant Reaction with Huw Griffin.